Osweiler. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Charles, earlier we talked a lot about Russell Wilson, what a great job he did last year in 2017 as Seattle's offense is working their way back onto the field. But they're probably going to need to find a running game to alleviate some of that pressure on Wilson, right?
Yeah, you think? I mean, my goodness, when you take a look at what Russell Wilson...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
They make so many catches that are so tough, so acrobatic, so difficult, that often surprises me when they actually turn the ball over. You know, when the ball actually comes free. It's amazing sometimes because of what we see them do on so many different plays.
Had the catch, but couldn't control it on the contact. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. To throw on second is Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Simeon on first down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And the return will stop right around the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the
blitz coming, and down he goes. Shaquille Barrett. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it.
Look at the big man rumble. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jimmy Graham, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. And he's got it up and through. Now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
What's the old adage, be quick but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
There's Wilson, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They snap it at one. Now Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground right near the 39. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Back to throw, Simeon. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's third and short. Simeon. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Simeon. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Simeon launching one for Henderson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. A beautiful fake. And some space here. Tyler Lockett, the 40, the 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Walsh now for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On first down, Simeon. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cliff Averill in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Simeon now to throw. Airing it deep for Fowler. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now it's Simeon. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cliff Averill in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Returnable for Lockett. And there he goes again. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 67 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Davis now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. He'll be ridden out of bounds. Didn't even come close to sniffing the end zone. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And coming out now, the Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A big play there on third down for the Broncos. 42 yards. Now a first down throw. Simeon eluding the pressure right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. From the red zone now, Simeon throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. To throw is Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletion.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10, 5. And he will take this one home. It's a